Hi, my name is Beth Hiley here for Board Game Geek at FIJ 2020. I'm sitting down. Once again, I got to sit down with you last year with the ever delightful Bruno Fedudi. Today, you have a lot of games to show today, but for our first offering, we're doing Poisons, which is being published by Uncama.
Yeah, and designed with Chris Dorsakris.
Excellent. So right away, I'm sure people will want to comment on awesome art.
Yeah. So, and Poisons is basically a guessing game, very, very aggressive, I'd say. It's a game for lots of players, 4 to 8. Oh, it's even written 3 to 8, but you know, I think the game is best with 5, 6, 7, 8 players. They are demoing it mostly with 7 and 8, and it's always fun. It started with an idea from Chris about, it was a company setting and where people were spitting in the boss's coffee. Okay, and I say, okay, that's a nice idea, but I'm not sure we can really sell a game with this. So we worked together on the game and we switched it to something like Game of Thrones. You know, there are lots of royals at a banquet and everyone wants to poison the other players and not to be poisoned, but still to drink as much as possible. So the goal of the game is to drink and not to be poisoned. And how it works, it's very simple. There are 4 rounds. On the first round, let's say there are 7 players. Each player has this card, which is his goblet. And if there are 7 players, you have 5 cards with just standard drink and 1 card with poison. This is standard drink and this is poison. It's easy to spot.
There we go.
So every player takes their goblet and pass the goblet to the player on the left.
Okay, so you would get mine?
Yeah, etc. You will get it from. And here I have to put something in it, which can be poison or not. And then I pass to the next player and so on and so on. And when every player gets their back, oh, I forgot something at the beginning, that there is we draw these cards to know what is the amount of points you can score, which is different for every player. So there are players who have more to win this round and players who have less to win. And when, okay, I have 4 points to win, this is mine. You have, let's say, 3 points to win. And when every player gets their glass back, we say 1, 2, 3, and this is I drink, this is I don't drink. If you don't drink, you just score 1 small point. If you drink, just check if there is poison in your goblet.
I'm curious to see what you gave me, since the only example was from you, so drink.
Yeah, but
no
you
problem.
know, it has been through 5 or 6 players.
True, I would have a lot more.
Maybe there is poison in it. If there's no poison, you score the amount of your card. If there's poison, you don't score anything.
Ooh.
And then second round, third round, and 4 rounds the same way, which means that we will all have our 4 scoring cards. Also, there is kind of advanced rule, but I think players who are watching the BGG are playing advanced rules for sure, which is that on the second, third, and fourth round, you will have your standard drink cards, you will have 1 poison, and you will have a special card, which is a special potion, which is different for every round, that we can either choose or draw randomly here. And for example, there is a love potion. I like the love potion because it's very strategic, because it's if you play your love potion on someone and they play their love potion on you, both players score 2 points. And of course, you cannot play your love potion of someone you are actually living with, because it won't be fun. And so there is this. There is kind of, counter poison, antidotes. There are shooters which give extra points to the player who drinks it if it's not poison, but you have to give it to someone, and so on and so on. So that's And so we play the 4 rounds with special cards on the second, third, and fourth. And player who has the most points at the end wins.
And how long do you think a full game would take?
I say 15, 20 minutes. Well, let's say 20 minutes with full 8 players and 10, 15 with 4 or 5 players.
Well, if you guys want to check that out, this is a newest title being published by Ankama, which is Poisons, which is a co-authorship from Bruno Fedudi and Chris Dersakis.
That's it.
And if you guys want to check that out, when will this be available?
And it feels very much, I think, like a game by Bruno Fedudi. It's my style.
It's a Bruno game.
It was Chris's idea at the beginning, but it feels very much like my game. So if you like my games, you're likely to like this one.
Well, Bruno, thank you for letting us take a quick tour.
And we are working on something else now with Chris, but it will be next year.